Welcome back again to the Hawk Insider with Coach Craig Slaughter, brought to you by Texas Bank and also brought to you by Oasis Crop Insurance. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about Friday night. This past Friday night against Mason. You went down to Mason, came away with the W. Your initial thoughts?
Really proud of the kids. They are a very quality opponent. Knew we needed to play cleaner, which we did. Had one turnover, which, driving there, if you'd have told me one turnover less, I'd have thought the good guys, would come out on top. So that was great. Again, I thought our kids played pretty well. The defense, I thought, was really solid. Was hoping offensively. We hit a couple of home runs, which, again, we're hoping we hit more of those. But, I was hoping for a little more at times, sustained, just getting in a rhythm, just 6-yard chunk, 8-yard chunk, so that's, hopefully we'll see more of that in the weeks ahead.
So I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit. I know we're going to talk offense, defense, special teams, but, normally you go in that order. But let's talk a little bit about special teams, because I did watch the feed. I had to be in the studio producing a Lakeview game, but I was watching the feed, and one thing I noticed, that punt inside the 5-yard line in the second quarter, the big punt return, was it second, third quarter? What?
That was, yes. That was third, I believe.
But and this kind of sounds strange, but 4 extra points.
No,
you can never take that for granted.
Lane Stansbury, prop the chicken. That's just an area of concern. We don't really have a kid in our program that's done a lot of that. And again, snaps, kick holds were great, 4 for 4. Our kickoff coverage was great. Levi King twice put a punt inside the 10, and he flipped the field, and it was, our special teams were absolutely enormous. The kids did a great job on that.
And I believe it was the second quarter, and I think it was the first punt, if I'm not mistaken, inside the 5 that led to a didn't move, and then you got it right back.
Yeah,
right away.
One of those we got to stop. Had one of those controversial plays we thought was a safety. What worked out in our favor, it wasn't, because then they punted, and Kellen Oliver ran it back to like the 23 or something.
Right.
So all of a sudden you're in great shape again. So that's when I told the kids sometimes those calls you think you don't like, that they may work in your favor.
Right, absolutely. So let's go back to offense now. So obviously we talked last week and on the initial preseason show, we talked about the new installation, new offense. Overall, your take, I'll give you my thoughts in a minute, but what was your take on how the first game went?
I just know we're capable of playing a cleaner, more on rhythm, on schedule game. We really struggle to run the ball. And again, Mason, very quality opponent. We know they have a lot to do with that. I think we can play better up front, which obviously sets you up. It's a tough game if it's 3rd and 9, or 3rd and 11, whatever. Just, when it's, I don't know if one time Coach Fodron had like the waste play, 2nd and 2. What do you want to do? It's always you're trying to set yourself up for that next first down. And, I know it's fun to call a game when it's like, okay, I'll worry about the first down next play if we need it, So hopefully that just a little more success in just the very basic stuff, not the home run plays, but, just we have a lot of athletes. Briggs had a great game, but our running backs are solid. A lot of our receivers were solid, and, we're hoping that, that ball gets distributed a little more evenly and more guys contribute to it.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about Landon York. If I'm not mistaken, this was his first varsity start, correct? What a game. You're looking for more consistency, but 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, I think it was. How do you think he did running?
He did great, and especially he did great when he didn't really have a run game to help him. Virtually we ran the ball for 75 yards and threw it for 150, so, his arm saved us, because if we would have ran every play, I'm not sure if we scored on him, So, I thought Landon did great. Had one just kind of miscommunication, had a receiver. There was one interception there, just kind of an option route that they were on different pages on. But I thought Landon played great. I knew he would.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back after this and talk about the defense and talk about next week's opponent as well. You're watching the Hawk Insider with Coach Slaughter on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by Texas Bank.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
Welcome back to the Hawk Insider with Coach Craig Slaughter, brought to you by Texas Bank and Oasis Crop Insurance. Coach, we were talking about the offense, and I said we were going to talk about the defense before we went to break, but I want to bring up a couple of folks. Number one, Briggs Jones. 3 passes, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. One of them,
incredible.
just a phenomenal catch.
No, that's what is. He's a donkey athlete, and he's one of those kids. I mean, he was covered, but I mean, the throw was perfect, and, his ball skills and just athleticism, and that was one of those. There are not many kids come down with that catch, and I know if I'm DC, I'm like, you're kidding me, that was a completion, and no, that's, I think, kind of run of the mill for that. He's special.
Yeah, and you mentioned last week, specifically, you said he's one of the fastest kids in this class, and that was evident on that second touchdown, that catch and run off that bubble screen, I believe it was. You watched the film, and I know you watched the film, but he is pulling away from the guys. I mean, he caught it in traffic, and he just ran away from everybody.
I only had said, like, the second he gets the ball with a couple of blockers in front, it's like, here we go. It's going to be a chunk play, and he ended up a home run.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
He just outran. I mean, I literally went at least 4 or 5 times. It just watch his acceleration past those coverage guys.
He can leave you like you're standing still.
Yeah. And then another guy I will talk about, Reed Robertson. That one catch on the first touchdown drive that got y'all inside the 5 in the red zone. I mean, just the athletic ability that he went up and caught that one.
Now, Reed, incredible athlete. You're 6 foot, kind of a little longer striding kid, but he is explosive, incredible, ball in the air type kid. I mean, he will make a lot of contested catches. I hope we get him some open ones also. But I know, Reed is definitely, he's a matchup nightmare because he's one of those kids. He's not covered when he's covered.
Right, yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to defense for a moment now, because we've talked a lot about the new offense and all that, but that defense was stellar. Didn't give up a touchdown until the fourth quarter, and I don't think, did they get in the red zone prior to that?
No, they didn't. We had that turnover, but that was like at the 25, and we were able to, kind of push them back. But no, that defense, those kids, again, so many of them have been a part of that, those plays for the past games.
Yes.
The Mikowitz, Riley White, Stansbury had a great game. Garen Wiggins had a great game. It was just a really overall team aspect. We didn't give up much, and I thought the kids did a great job.
Yeah, we've obviously, and I said it before, we've paid a lot of attention to the new offense, but I really don't think that anybody thought that defense was going to be an issue this year, and then this game, complete shutdown.
And we hope it stays that way. And we know different teams challenge you different ways, but throughout the week, you kind of visit, and we were like, hey, I don't think we need to score many, to be in good shape, and that proved to be true. The offense did fine. We just, like I said, the defense, I think, will be very consistent. Great athletes, great intensity. They're going to make you look smart, and we're going to hope we do it again.
Yeah, don't coaches always say that the defense is always ahead of the offense in preseason and early season?
No doubt. Just, offense has to fit those blocks a certain way, and the timing, execution. Yeah, I mean, if you're struggling at defense early, you're probably struggling. Right. You're probably that's as clean as you're going to look, and those guys on the other side are going to start cleaning their stuff up.
Right. So great performance overall this past week. Mason, you can say, well, they're a class lower, whatever, but let's not be duplicitous here. Mason's a powerhouse.
Tremendous football program. Tough kid. Yeah, I mean, believe me, the second, first quarter, you're like, this is going to be a dogfight all the way through. I mean, just a great program. Hats off to them.
Right. And going on the road and playing in Mason for the first game of the season, new offense, so just a great performance.
For sure.
Now, with that, let's move to next week. This Friday coming up, you got Brownwood. And we talked about this. How are you prepping? I mean, is there any specific thing you're trying to get done?
Today we had a 2-hour practice in the stop and running. I mean, we're not soft kids, and we can't play soft, this Friday.
Right.
I mean, it's, you can't afford to skip on your prep. These guys, it's a weird week because they didn't play week 1, so I don't know, their kickoff formation, their punt formation, their lineman numbers. I don't know what we're necessarily trying to take away from these guys. Normally, I'll write on the board, these are ways we're going to make these guys play left hand. We're trying to take away this and this and this. And I'm a little unsure exactly, what I'm trying to take away, all respect in the world for their program. My Lord, they, told the kids we were watching film last week, all those stars on that field, that state championships. It's one of the most storied programs in Texas high school football, and we're honored to host them this week. And I hope our stadium is alive, and I hope we give them a reason to go nuts.
Let's go there in just a moment, but I want to ask you another question. So obviously that game was canceled against Abilene Wiley because of weather, as were a lot of things this past weekend. But how do you prepare when you don't have current film? Do you go back and pull last year's film?
We've definitely been on the internet, trying to find some last year's games. We obviously traded 2 scrimmages, so you can at least see, their personnel and things. But in a scrimmage, you never know if they're just working on something, or if this is actually their dude, or so it's definitely a different prep week. I send notes out to the kids, and I'm like, hey, this is where I think we're trying to stop, but we're going to have to kind of adjust on the fly.
Right. So anything you're concerned about with their roster? Have you seen anybody on their roster that really jumps off?
Obviously, their running back was a sophomore kid last year that's a junior, that's a good player. Well, they also have this moving from a Duncanville that's, he just, when you see him padded up, there's no oh, there he is. It's not trying to figure out which one that kid is, and if he gets out of steam, he's a bowling ball, he's a dude, so you're worried about, you need to stop him before he gets that feet and momentum cranking at you. Very impressed to me that their quarterback gives his receivers a chance to make plays down the field. So, that's always a worry, because normally it's one guy versus one of yours. Again, the perfect throw, or a kid that maybe goes and makes a play on the ball better than you did, as a chunk play.
Right. Well, we're looking forward to this Friday. Anything you want to tell the folks at home? And this time you can look at the camera and tell the folks at home.
At our place, Brownwood Lions, Walls never played. I expect that stadium to be alive, and we're going to play our tails off.
Coach, I want to thank you again. I know it's been a heck of a day with all of the monsoons coming down and whatnot, but thanks again for joining us on the Hawk Insider. Coach Craig Slaughter. He's Craig Slaughter. I'm Russ Howard. Concho Sports Network. Coach's Insider brought to you by Texas Bank and Oasis Crop Insurance. I want to thank you for joining us.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.